Our live on GBC News, your news and governance channel. My name is Micheline Taka. We are also live on GTV and streaming live on Facebook and YouTube at Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. You're most welcome. The Ghana Grid Company Limited says it has successfully completed the repair and restoration works of its collapsed towers that interrupted power supply to the region. Management says the 330 kilovolts Abuaze and Womaso transmission line is fixed and power has been restored. Residents in the Ashanti region experienced power outages for 2 weeks, especially during peak hours of the day between 6 p.m. and 11 p.m. The Director for Northern Network Service of GridCo, Mr. Vincent Boache, explained the cause of the power outages.
Fell on a 330 kV line that comes from Abuaze to Kumasi. And as a result, we had challenges with the voltage, especially during peak load between 6 and 11 p.m. every day. And to resolve that, we had to sometimes take off power so that we bring the voltage to levels that are sustainable so that the national grid do not become unstable. We had to even do some tower foundations and raise some towers, restricting the lines. Fortunately, the work went on a bit faster than anticipated because we had to add additives to help the tower foundation to cure faster. And you know, Bogoso Takwa area, usually we have rains a lot during the afternoons, but this time God was so good on our side and the rains were a bit better than anticipated. So we are happy to announce that we successfully finished the repair and restoration works, and the towers, the collapsed towers have been rebuilt, the line has been restrung, and that the 330 kV Abuaze and Womaso transmission line was restored to service on Tuesday, December 7 at 5:07 p.m. We continue to apologize for the inconvenience, and now because this issue has been resolved, we expect that outages that we had in the evenings in Kumasi and Greater Kumasi will be no more.
Demolition of the Budumurum refugee camp is set for January 2022. The chairman of the Ghana Refugee Board, Mr. Kenneth Ajumanatifa, who announced this in Accra, said accommodation will be provided for the 400 legitimate refugees at the camp.
That is bound to happen within this month or the next. There are only about 400 legitimate refugees at the Budumurum camp. They constitute our responsibility. We have the duty of providing shelter for those 400 women and men who are refugees from Liberia and who have well-founded fear of persecution and can therefore not go back to Liberia. Those are our responsibility, and we will.
A vigilante group in Kauba, in the Sola Tuna Kauba district of the Savannah region, have shot dead 2 men in the area. The victims are believed to be members of a robbery gang that recently robbed a mobile money vendor and killed 2 men at Sola. Reports say the vigilante group has been on a manhunt for the suspected robbers since the robbery incident. The police on Friday released a statement indicating that they were on a manhunt for the suspects. The bodies of the deceased have been conveyed to the Damongo Hospital morgue for autopsy and preservation. 2 other suspects remain at large. Our correspondent Mutala Issa is standing by to tell us more. Hello, good afternoon, Mutala.
Hello, good afternoon, Micheline.
Mutala, what is this vigilante group called? Do they have the right to even go on a manhunt?
I'm not sure I got you right. The line is not very audible.
Mutala, I'm asking if what the name of the vigilante group first of all is.
Micheline, if you can come again.
I am asking the name of the vigilante group who did the shooting.
In fact, they have not been identified by name. from the community. What we do know is that this is a local group of warriors. Let me also quickly add that the Ghana Police Service has just released a press statement on the issue, claiming that the shooting of the two suspects or victims was actually carried out by the police and not local vigilante groups. The statement is indicating that following a distress call about a robbery attack at Wechao, the police, in partnership with some community members, immediately responded and pursued the suspects who were on motorbikes. The suspects engaged the police in a shootout, leading to the death of the two suspects. However, others managed to escape, possibly with gunshot wounds. One of the victims has been identified as Yusuf Bolil, a 20-year-old, from his COVID-19 vaccination card.
But Mutala, let's talk some more about this vigilante group. I mean, speculations are that they were the people who shot the robbers, the alleged robbers. The police is saying otherwise. But why did the people make reference to this vigilante group?
In fact, multiple sources from Kalba and Sola have told us in phone interviews that the killing was actually done by vigilante groups in the area. And I must also indicate that this is not the first time that we are experiencing a situation where locals go pursuing armed robbers within that enclave. Not too long ago, there was a kidnapping incident where such group went into the Busunu forest, chased out the kidnappers, suspected kidnappers, and gunned down 4 of them to death. We report that the police never came out to deny what happened.
Anyway, thank you very much, Mutala. Let's leave it as the police has presented it. Now, the paramount chief of Tepa traditional area in the Ashanti region, Nana Eduse Atrenewa Ampem, has received the Chieftaincy Leadership Award for his contribution to development of his traditional area and the nation as a whole. The Senba Africa Business Excellence Awards held at Kumasi in the Ashanti region also honored institutions and individuals who have distinguished themselves in society. The third edition of the Senba Africa Business Excellence Awards seeks to recognize outstanding businesses and entrepreneurs for their commitment and dedication to growth in the country. 45 entrepreneurs, traditional rulers and corporate organizations were honored for their contributions. The recipients include the paramount chief of Tepa traditional area, Nana Eduse Ampem, who received the Chieftaincy Leadership Award. Oheneyeri Gifty Auntie, a media personality, also received an award for her outstanding leadership in the electronic media. Tasty Queen Restaurant was also adjudged the fastest growing restaurant in the Ashanti region. Kintampo Rural Bank was awarded the outstanding rural bank in the Bono East and Ahafo regions. Oheneyeri Gifty Auntie urged the youth to aspire to greater heights.
And custom recall school, and I mean certificate way, and I mean the Crawford's remain. Edumadrin and Kunipa. Nyan said with the dignity, hard work, determination, and passion, and become now I Nyabuye Sebe, a Brakra na Wopra, who to me year will be a show.
The paramount chief of Tepa traditional area, Nana Eduse Atrenewa Ampem, appealed to public-spirited individuals and companies to consider their contribution to the development of the country as a national priority.
which is doing every day. Zero. And then another name for and it's a college of education.
The head of Senba Graduate Institute, Mr. Stephen Fosu, explained the essence of the awards.
We thought, why don't we set up an institution that will make access to business education easily accessible, so that those who are interested in starting their business can get access to business information that will help them to grow their businesses. So as part of our services, that's why we launched the Senba Africa Business Excellence Awards to reward hard-working entrepreneurs and businesses across Africa so that they could do more to support Mother Ghana and also reduce unemployment in the country.
The need for a new neonatal intensive care unit of the University of Ghana Hospital has caught the attention of Rotary Club of Accra, Legon East. Currently, the facility is bursting at the seams and has become a risk for newborn babies and their mothers. The Rotary Club of Accra, Legon East has therefore launched an appeal for 233,000 Ghana cedis, being the estimated cost of the construction of a new neonatal intensive care unit, NICU.
Construction of a new neonatal intensive care unit for the University of Ghana Hospital will, among other things, help save the lives of newborn babies and accommodate more mothers who may stay longer to be monitored after childbirth before they are discharged. With the current capacity of the hospital far below daily intakes, the Rotary Club of Accra, Legon East has launched an appeal for funds to construct a new neonatal intensive care unit for the hospital. President of the Rotary Club of Accra, Legon East, Rotarian Nanaya Ifiye Ofori appealed to all Rotarians, individuals and corporate institutions to donate generously towards the realization of the project.
Last year, the Rotary Club of Accra, Legon East, we refurbished the children's ward for the Legon Hospital. And in our interaction with them, we realized that they don't have a neonatal unit for the babies. So what happens is that they have to transport the very young babies to, say, 37 or to Legon, and that reduces their chances of survival. For us, it's important that we support health issues in the countries, and we are fundraising for it. Our target is 233,000 CDs.
This gesture is in line with the Rotary's key areas of focus under maternal and child health.
The Vice-Chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, Professor Rita Dixon, is appealing to corporate institutions and individuals to support the university's Support One Needy Student with One Laptop initiative. The project is to help less resourced students to participate in the university's e-learning and research activities. The university launched the Support One Needy Student with One Laptop initiative to encourage online learning and reduce in-person interaction as part of measures to curb the spread of COVID-19. It is also to help especially less resourced students with research work and preparation and presentation of their thesis. The project, a brainchild of the first female Vice-Chancellor, Professor Rita Dixon, has since its introduction received about 1,000 laptops out of the 5,000 expected. Some members of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors, who are alumni of the KNUST, are the latest to present 25 new laptops to the university. At the handing over ceremony, the president of the Ghana Institution of Surveyors, Dr. John Amaglo, said the gesture is in response to an appeal by the Vice-Chancellor to the surveyors for support. The Vice-Chancellor of the KNUST, Professor Rita Dixon, was grateful for the assistance. She appealed to the Ghana Institution of Surveyors to accept students of the university for their practical training and national service to prepare them for the job market. Developing a strong immune system through healthy eating, especially in the era of COVID-19, is what members of the Vegetarian Association of Ghana are advocating as they celebrate their annual Veg Fest in Accra.
A vegetarian diet includes fruits, vegetables, grains, nuts and seeds. While some vegetarians avoid all animal products but consume dairy and eggs, others avoid all animal products including eggs but are tolerant to dairy. Vegans, on the other hand, are vegetarians who avoid all animal byproducts. The annual VegFest, organized by the Vegetarian Association, is to create awareness on the concept of veganism and vegetarianism as a standard for healthy living and sustainability. It is also to network through various activities. The president of the Vegetarian Association of Ghana, Mr. Kola Brima, spoke about the importance of healthy eating.
People do know that people who eat more plant-based food end up being much healthy. So one of the benefits that if nothing at all, you'll be healthy. Most lifestyle ailments, diabetes, hypertension, all those things, gout and things, at least if you go vegetarian, most of these things is minimized. And I don't like labels. Instead of saying vegetarian, but what I really like saying is plant-based. We should encourage more plant-based foods into our food regime.
GBC News also spoke to some exhibitors at the event.
The types of salads we have bistro salad, garden salad, and sweet and crunchy salad. The dressings, we have red wine vinegar, balsamic, and honey and mustard. We also have vegetables. We have sweet potatoes. We have mixed salads. We have kale, turmeric, and lemongrass.
We are home farm service providers. What we do is we are preaching the gospel, we are preaching the message that people should start making use of the spaces available in their homes to cultivate food in a more sustainable way using sustainable materials. So what city farming we do is we encourage people to set up home farms, home mini farms. That is what we do.
Do you know that you abuse your skin when you bleach? Does toning and bleaching mean the same thing? When does toning become bleaching? A paramedical esthetician, Mrs. Sylvia Darkum, explains.
People often say they are toning, but you can tone to the esthetician. You only tone for 6 weeks, not less, not more. And we tone because of various reasons. You know, as blacks, you know, we do have these melanocytes. That anytime we are hurt, we are bruised, or you have a pimple and you burst it, you know, anytime you scar, the melanocytes pop up, come there to give us protection by depositing more of melanin in there so that you become dark. You know, that site becomes dark. Or sometimes you suffer sunburn, which we do a lot when we go on the market these days. That is when people try to turn off that discoloration in just for 6 weeks. But anything else above it is skin bleaching. Someone will tell you, oh, yeah, I've changed my skin color, I'm toning. Please don't deceive yourself, because it is skin bleaching and it is an abuse of our skin. Our skin is as thin as paper. And in this thin thickness are 5 layers, from its germinative layer to where it dies off. That is where we apply our various products. And it easily corrodes. It corrodes with age, it becomes thin, it corrodes with certain medications when we take, makes our skin very thin, and then bleaching products, you know, harsh chemicals. So whatever we apply on our skin, we have to be very, very careful.
Pupils of Fire Armor cluster of schools in the Medina La Nkwantanan municipality in the Greater Accra region now have improved environment for teaching and learning. This follows the donation of 100 dwell desks by the Rotary Club of Tema District 9102. The desks are estimated at 16,000 Ghana cedis.
Donation of the 100 dual desk was necessitated by challenges faced by the Fire Armor cluster of schools, including overcrowding and inadequate teachers and furniture. Dual desk meant for 2 pupils are used by 3 or more. The situation is so precarious that some of the pupils have no option than to sit on stones. The Deputy Director of Administration, La Nkwantanan Municipal Directorate of Education, Mrs. Rita Banyorikaku, called for more support to complement the efforts of the good teachers the Fire Armor cluster of schools has. The President of the Rotary Club of Tema District 9102, Christiana Adams,
who made the presentation and treated both pupils and teachers to take very good care of the furniture to prolong their lifespan and use. She noted that Rotary Club of Tema District 9102 will continue to support the deprived in society as a humanitarian gesture. The assemblyman for Tatana South Electoral Area, Medina, Yakubu Abdul Dalil, expressed his gratitude to the Rotary Club of Tema District 9102 for their benevolence. He said presentation of the dual disc will end the practice where the students send their own chairs to school during admissions, whilst the schools rent furniture for the pupils during examinations.
Management and workers of the Jospon Group of Companies have held a Thanksgiving service in Accra to thank God for a successful year. Apart from workers of the company, the Thanksgiving service was also attended by the clergy, traditional leaders, members of parliament and the ministers of states. The presiding bishop of the Action Chapel International, Bishop James Sarr, emphasized the importance of expressing gratitude to God for his blessings.
Besides the Bible, the Gottman Institute in Germany, the Mayo Clinic in America have proved through science and research that gratitude and thanksgiving does 5 things. People who walk and live a life of gratitude and thanksgiving, research has proven 5 things happen. They have lasting positive physical and emotional effects.
The chief executive of the Jospon Group of Companies, Dr. Joseph Siam, commended staff of the company for their dedication to work. He also commended government for creating an enabling environment for private businesses to thrive.
The government's achievement in this sector is unprecedented and historic, and it is worthy of note that since independence over 60 years ago, it is during this administration that Ghana has experienced massive environmental infrastructure improvement.
The Minister for Sanitation, Madame Cecilia Dapa, said government is committed to making Ghana clean. Jospon Group of Companies recycles waste into compost and is working towards converting waste into green energy. The Gamanche Ni Taki Te Kuchuru said his traditional council is ready to partner Zoom Lion to keep the city clean. Well, watching News Hour live on GBC News and News and Governance channel now. If you missed some of the past week's major stories, here's an opportunity to catch up in pictures. We're live on GBC News, your news and governance channel. We are also live on GTV and on Facebook at Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Please do stay. We are back after this break.